Hey, I'm Dave We Like, and in this video, we're checking out the Aurzen Roku TV. If you want to keep track of all the latest products that feature Roku, make sure to subscribe to my channel. So this is the EAZZE D1R Cube. Features Dolby audio, that's our Roku remote, and of course, all the various thousands of Roku channels. Flipping it around, just typical Roku information right here. It works with your Roku smart home, Apple AirPlay, Apple Home, Alexa, and Google Home. Let's go ahead, open it up. At the very top, we've got our power cable as well as our Roku remote. So looks like this is a standard remote here. No voice control. It does have Netflix, Apple TV Plus, Disney Plus, and Prime Video. Also included is our quick start guide, warranty, and of course the projector. So let's go ahead, take a quick gander. Looks very nice. One of the reasons why I like this idea of baking the Roku operating system into a projector is because I've had previous projectors where basically you still need a Roku stick and you have to plug it into the HDMI in the back, and then that means that you also need to get power somewhere. And sometimes you could do it in the projector or, with another power port. Then that also creates an issue where you need two different remotes, one for the projector and then one for your Roku. So that's not a great system. This is much better, much more sleek. Basically have one remote to turn on and off the projector. I'm very curious to see how the focusing works, like my camera right now. So specifically on the back here, we've got our power, USB, HDMI, a headphone jack, reset, IR, and then there's our power. I've got my projector plugged on in, hitting the power button on the remote. Of course, you can hit that power button on the back side to turn it on. Looks like it's booted on up, in focus. Let's see what happens if I change it to a different wall, how quick it will change. An autofocus there, yeah. Just immediately, you see that checkered grid there? Nice focus. Bring it back down. And immediately, autofocusing, just like that. It knows what to do. You don't have to think about it. Great. Okay, let me turn off the lights. Let's get started. So we've got to choose our location. And this is fun, our projector placement. Okay. So right now, yes, we're doing the front tabletop. There's also front ceiling, and rear. Oh, I can't read that one. let me go up to the other. So you can see it just changes the position. So it's front tabletop, front ceiling, rear tabletop, and rear ceiling, all based upon the location of your projector. So let's select that. Looks like it's scanning for our wireless network. We're going to join that with our password. Looks like we're connecting to it. And now it's looking for a software update. After that, we've got to activate our Roku, which we could do by entering our email address, activate with that QR code. So now that I've logged on in, it's adding all my various apps onto my projector. Next page is let's connect your devices. Everything is plugged in and turned on, or do this later. This is if you have an HDMI device. So everything is plugged in. We could just do this later too because I have nothing plugged on in. Looks good. Everything's moving around pretty fast. And so here is our HDMI 1 ARC, which we can rename to whatever it is once we plug in the device. You hit the star button on your Roku remote. You click rename input. So you go cable TV, cable box, or your DVD player, or eventually your Xbox, PlayStation, etc. So you can do anything there. And then you would just move it around by clicking on move input, and you can move it all the way to the top if you wanted to. One thing that you can do is adjust the app tile size. So let's go into settings, and then we're going to go into home screen. We're going to click on tile size to make them smaller. When you have such a large screen like this, it looks a little bit better having them being smaller. And going back to settings as well, there is projector settings. So this is start autofocus if we want to run the autofocus. Then there's start auto keystone, so that automatically adjust the picture to make it straight on the screen. There's also image correction, so you could do a manual focus. Look at that. So use the left and right arrows on your remote to adjust the focus. Nice. Okay. And then you kind of just hit the back button to say, oh yeah, that looks good, which it doesn't. Then it's manual keystone, allowing you to adjust. There it is. Look at that. So you would click on OK to move around to each corner and move the image to make it kind of flush with the wall and your angle. Then there's also zoom, so you can use the up and down arrows on your remote. I think I'm zoom, yeah. So we can make the image smaller. Cool, awesome. That's great. One thing you could do if you go into settings, remotes and devices, you can add a new remote right here. You can also add speakers. So if we click on add new speakers, we could do the wireless speakers, we could do the wireless soundbar, as well as a subwoofer. So you could totally enhance your Roku TV experience with great audio if you want. There's also Bluetooth headphones and speakers. So if you've got a wireless Bluetooth headphone, go ahead and set it on up. Additionally, there are smartphones and tablets if you want to link those to your Roku TV so you can project them. On the side of the Roku remote, we're going to have our volume controls, so I can turn it up, mute it.
Come. We're bringing up the rest of the cargo now. We should be ready to leave within the hour. Come on, will you escort us?
I mean, that sounds perfectly crystal clear with dialogue. Let's go ahead and access our settings by clicking on the star button, and we've got various ones to check on out. You've got a sleep timer, we've got picture settings. Right now we're in the Roku Smart Picture is the mode. We also can choose low power, standard, vivid, sports, movie. And the Smart Picture basically selects what's best based off of the content that we're watching. There's Customize Picture, which allows us to adjust the brightness, contrast, sharpness, color, tint, picture size, as well as then there's Expert Settings. So we can do the dynamic contrast between low and high, and color temperature right now is normal compared to warm. So then we have sound settings, and we've got our sound mode is auto. There's standard, speech, theater, music, big bass, and high treble. Then of course you can customize the sound mode between these various settings. Then there's Bluetooth audio device. So we can just pair our, Bluetooth headset or speaker if we wanted to right there. There's also manage channels for the live TV guide, as well as accessibility and language. And then picture off. So that'll just turn off the entire display. Yeah. Should keep the audio playing, but now you can't watch anything. So at any point you hit the OK button on your Roku remote, it'll turn the projector back on. So at nighttime, this looks really good. It's very quick to load all these videos and just play something, get into the content that you want to watch on literally the biggest screen at home possible. It's pretty awesome to see that it looks so good on such a large wall. And the audio sounds pretty good straight out of the projector as well. Well, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, of course, smack the like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos coming soon. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below, and I'll see you all in the next one.